Oh shit. Here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Drop it for me, maybe we can roll. Oh!
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Oh, yo, look. Sorry for the delay tonight, guys. Fresh off the highway. Just left my hometown, Little Rock, Arkansas, and made it back to Georgia. Had to go pick up the little one and made it home. So, Adam, first of all, thank you for obliging with my schedule this evening. Yeah, the wife said, you can't miss the show. Yeah, you can't let Adam down. Yeah, he waiting on you.
Nah.
I said, that's a bet.
You got to take care of yourself, though.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. I had a great time in my hometown, Little Rock, with the family. Transplant Texan, I got you. I'm about to let you in on what's going on. Thank you for tapping in with us. So, look, your screen is not wrong, right? Our heart is out tonight. We got 2 P's on the pod. You feel what I'm saying? No, you over here now. Yeah, this guy right here. This is Adam, and I'm DP. And we're going to put it down tonight for the recap of the Arkansas Ole Miss game. Can't win. Hold on, let me put it up there again for me. The motto. It's a lot going on. Can't forget. Yeah, can't forget. The motto. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are back again with another episode. We're at episode 83. Here we go.
You know.
Here we go again. Look, shout out to the Ravens. They did their thing. K-Win with Division II players on defense in the SEC. We said that last year with offense, and somehow, yeah, it's happening. Transplant Texan. Market analysis announced a sharp decline in Kool-Aid sales in Arkansas after the loss to Ole Miss. Well, I mean, we did a hog pick 'em. I'm trying to figure out who picked who. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, Hogs. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, Ojinga Carter.
You and Hart had a bad week in the pick'em.
We had a bad week.
Yeah.
I think I picked Notre Dame too versus Texas A&M.
We all picked Notre Dame, but I got my lead back. I'll just say that.
Congratulations, sir. Look, Ole Miss won with D2 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
When we're talking facts, we're talking facts. Look, we're going to get into it. But before we get into it and get everything back in order as we usually do, we got to pay some bills real quick to show some love. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. We're going to get right into it.
Fall Saturdays, college football, fall Sundays, NFL. And with FanDuel, you can bet both like a pro. Whether you're stacking a same-game parlay on Arkansas or sweating a last-minute field goal in the NFL, FanDuel puts the power in your hands with live odds, quick bets, and easy cash outs. New customers even score bonus bets just for signing up. So if you bleed Cardinal red and ride with your favorite NFL squad, make every down count. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Oh, come on, Falcons. Jeez Louise, put it back on the screen real quick. That is ugly. Georgia, Notre Dame. Who thought Vandy was going to be?
Yeah.
Man, look.
Who thought that the Commanders were going to beat Green Bay? Oh, yeah, all three of y'all.
Congratulations on you getting a win and your little rackety team winning this week. Anyway, we'll get into it. Cody, checking us out on Facebook. I still expect us to win 9 games. We had that game won. We beat ourselves. That happens often. We talked about one possession games, and if the game ended in the third quarter, what Arkansas record and Sam Pittman record would be. But that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. But we're talking about reality. And as reality states, we lost the game due to some unforeseen situations. DP about to take another L from a bike. Look, let me tell you something. I think Penny's going to get it done. Now, y'all boys loud now. Y'all boys, hey, they couldn't even hear the call when the game started. So, yeah, Vikings doing their thing. But I think Atlanta's defense, them young pass rushers, are going to get after JJ. Now, JJ showed out last week. I watched him. He played a good game. He was real resilient in his first start. But at the same time, I think this is going to be a good game with 2 young quarterbacks. We'll get into all that NFL in a minute. As we speaking on NFL, let's go ahead and get into it. We got some Pro Hog information. Hey, Mr. Highlight Reel is back on the screen once again. You got a video?
Yeah.
For the field goal only. There's Goff. Oh, he does it again. The rookie Isaac Tesla made a sensational catch last week. Not a touchdown this time.
One-hander, both feet in bounds.
Unbelievable.
Yet again.
Yeah, and he's covered. Blanketed, if you will. Blanketed by number 29. Yeah, that's on your film, sir. Yeah, that young man caught the ball on you. I wish announcers would be like, the young rookie from Arkansas. That would make me feel better about the situation, especially with us losing games to Ole Miss that we're supposed to win. But I digress.
Are we supposed to win? Could have won.
Could have won. Yeah. Either way it go. So that's that. Got that out the way. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is on fire. If you don't have him on your fantasy league, I don't know what you're doing. I think Detroit is coming to their own and trying to get their offense rolling. So, and try to get to some type of eliteness what they did at the end of last season. Our offense is elite. We can keep it with any team in the country. We can. We just can't turn over the ball. And we can't stop people from running on us and catching open passes. And we'll get to all that in a second. But before we do all that, we definitely want to get into the S3 college football. Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
You got it. All right, let's get into it. UF Billy Napier. I don't know how hot that seat can get, sir, but you are in trouble, sir.
5 interceptions by Lagway.
Jeez Louise. And I'm just looking like, hey man, whoever paying this NIL money, they gonna need a refund between him and Arch Manning. They in trouble. So it is what it is. LSU takes care of business. And this is the thing about LSU that's interesting. It's nothing spectacular about LSU as of right now, offensive or defensively. They got a couple studs on defense, but offensively, Nussmeier's he's not the guy. He's not that guy that you're gonna look at the end of the season for Heisman. He could be, but as of right now, it seems like the defense is ahead of their offense, and they're finding a way to get victories in week 3. That offense still is finding themselves. I don't think there's any one stud player that usually have. It's usually a stud receiver that can do a lot of dancing, or some type of running back that can run between the tackles. But I haven't seen anything spectacular with LSU. Any thoughts on that game?
I mean, Lagway was the point blank period. If Florida, I mean, you only won by 10 points with the opposing quarterback throwing 5 interceptions.
Crazy work. You're supposed to turn them turnovers into points.
So that right there tells you that there was some issues on LSU side. Anybody at this point in the SEC is beatable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of it, like we've seen. The SEC is not known for their defense this season,
correct? Like
in years past. So at this point, it's who has the best offense.
Gotcha. All right, next game we move on to Tennessee and Georgia. Mm-hmm. This was a great game as I expected it to be. Tennessee looked good first 2 weeks. Georgia looked decent. They didn't look spectacular. They didn't look dominant. But this was a hard-fought game between two teams who really wanted it. Josh Heupel and the boys in Knoxville at home wanted to have an opportunity to make some noise and make their quarterback probably be a Heisman front runner at some point. Could not get it done. A lot of scores, but at the end of the day, came down to special teams, and UGA took care of business and got it done 40-41. Let me get Tim's comment one more time. I'm sorry. Tim George with a comment watching us on Facebook. Hogs have a Heisman candidate quarterback with a junior high defense. Shannon watching us on YouTube. Hog defense was softer than Sharman. Yeah, double quilted type stuff. Yeah,
single plot.
Single plot, the rough stuff. All right, moving on. We got UTEP in Texas. Texas looks average at best.
Arch Manning got booed by the crowd. But that's the thing, that they set themselves up for this.
Correct.
All this hype. He's a Manning. He's this. He's that. The NIL, the off-season videos in the streets of St. Louis. Like, y'all set yourselves up for this.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that Arch Manning isn't going to be a good quarterback, but I think a lot of this too. Y'all took his last name and the fact that he came from a 2A or 3A team and thought he was going to carve up the SEC.
Right.
No, it's not going to happen that way when you're going from 2A and 3A trying to go to the SEC. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, even in Louisiana. I get it, but at the same time, he got to show and prove. And if you ask me, I think at some point they're hiding something. It's something in his throwing motion and his arm that doesn't look right. So we'll see what that looks like. You still Jay on here. They say it's Evan. You I don't know if you got AI running your page, Jay, but you got a new picture every other week.
Maybe he gets bored.
Possibly.
Maybe somebody's like watching him, looking for him.
Gotcha. Got them ops. All right, seems like lots of money being spent on the offensive side, but not on the defensive side. You know, Coach Pittman tell it, revenue sharing is going to change all that. We're going to be even across the board. Transplant Texan checking us out on YouTube. Arch Manning, overhyped and underperforming. Accurate statement, most definitely. Going into the next school, we got Vanderbilt in South Carolina.
Diego. He wanted that. His mom wanted that date with Theo Vaughn that he promised.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that. Tell me about it.
Theo Vaughn was at the game, and
the comedian guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Podcast comedian, was on Road Rules way back when. Pavia promised him if they won that he'd give him a date with his mother. I mean, I don't know.
Could you? No, I couldn't.
I mean,
can't set your mom on a date. That's crazy work. But once again, Hispanic quarterbacks balling. Something about that. My mother passed a few weeks ago, so lately I've been changing my profile pic. as a tribute to her. It's all me. Absolutely. Much love to you. Much love to you. I understand that type of loss from a parent, losing a parent, so I definitely understand that. Condolences. Why do you think we played man-to-man instead of playing zone last night? We ain't got the speed to play man.
We ain't got
or the pass rush.
We ain't got the talent to play spread. I mean,
yeah. Vandy Pimp leading celebration festivities at the game. Absolutely. Diego is a dude. I'm telling you.
When you've been, your 8th year or whatever he's in, I mean, I would hope so. But here's the thing too, is, Clark Lee's getting his team prepared.
You got to give credit to Clark Lee. He got to have a lifetime contract after that win against Alabama last year. But it took care of business, did their thing, and shut them out. So Lenora Sellers, the quarterback that was one of the highly sought after quarterbacks to be one of the Heisman front runners potentially, and a potential first round pick, got injured in the game. And it just goes to show me that, you're only as good as your backup quarterback, as we've seen with Ole Miss. So with that being said, them not having enough time to get their second string quarterback any reps to be able to perform in a real live game and a home game on top of that, and let Vandy come in there and spank them boys. But looking at Vandy, man, I got to look at Vandy's schedule coming up. I said this at the beginning of the year. Vandy may be able to shake some up this year. So I like what they're doing thus far. OU and Temple, whoop-de-doo. OU did what they're supposed to do. But as we keep saying week after week, OU's defense, Brent Venables' defense is looking like what we expect it to look like. So let's just see. And their quarterback is nice. That you got to put him on a slip every week if you're doing parlays. He's nice. Texas A&M and Notre Dame. This is a scary situation.
Mm-hmm.
And watching Notre Dame from a distance, because we know we got them on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, at some point they're going to get their lick back on somebody. That
probably
was another
Arkansas.
Probably going to be Arkansas. Yeah, hard fought game. But Notre Dame loses by a point at home. Texas A&M keeps finding a way. Mike Elko, Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed's electric on the field at the quarterback position. He can make plays with his arms and his legs, and he is a leader of men. So I like what A&M is doing week in and week out. Defense is somewhat showing up. Notre Dame finally got their running backs involved, so that was good to see. Because last year when they got to the playoffs, they leaned on their running game real heavy. So it's interesting to see them try to put it all together and try to put the game plan, but they could not get it done versus A&M. I wonder who Notre Dame got next.
Let's find out. I've got their schedule here.
Because it's whatever game this is, and I hope it's not like East Okie State or somebody where they can run up 70-some points.
They've got Barry Odom and Purdue.
So I watched. They got what's his name? Ashford. What's his name? He started off. He got recruited by Auburn. He was quarterback at Auburn for a minute.
For
Purdue, the starting quarterback at Purdue. He started off at Auburn.
Ryan Brown is their quarterback.
I'm thinking about Wake Forest. Same color scheme. I'm sorry. That was Robbie Ashford I'm thinking about. But Purdue, Barry Odom can put together a game plan for any team. So that'll be interesting to watch this particular week to see how Notre Dame bounces back. Is that a home game or away game for Notre Dame?
Notre Dame. 2:30 on NBC.
Interesting. I'm looking. I'm assuming Purdue, Barry Odom, is definitely looking to make a name for himself. He did the same thing at UNLV.
Notre Dame is favored currently at 26.5. So
interesting. We'll see what comes of that. If that's on the pick 'em, I know who I got. Not Notre Dame. All right. Arkansas and Ole Miss. Once again, if the game stopped being played in the third quarter, we would be the national champions at some point. But it's not. It's not. It's a 4-quarter game. It's 60 minutes of football. And whenever you make mistakes and turn over the ball, number 17, sir, I don't even know your name yet. And I told you earlier this year. If you make plays and I learn your name, that means you are doing something. If I call you by your number, you are just another guy. Jag. Just another guy. 17, his body language, if you guys know what I'm talking about, caught the pass from Green, was able to get towards the sideline, didn't secure the ball with both hands, tried to be cute, hold it with one hand. The defender ripped it out, ended up being a turnover. And then his body language after the fact. You got to get up and try to go snatch the ball back or get your leg back or slap somebody, something. So some type of aggression. Like I said, you the one end up making a mistake and turning over the ball. So it was what it was. Taylor Green looked doggone good with his completions percentage, as well as using his legs to make plays and to keep the chains moving. I like that part about the game. Other than that, we'll get into more of it. Wisconsin, Alabama. Alabama did what they did. Ty Simpson, I still don't like him. No particular reason why I don't like him. It's just Alabama doesn't look like normal Alabama. Nick Saban, Alabama. They look like the new coach, Alabama, which is a spectacular. South Alabama, Auburn. Who cares? It's Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Louisiana, Lafayette, and Missouri score points every week.
They had two running backs over 100. One of them had over 250, I think.
That's one thing. You can say what you want to say about Eli Drinkwater. At the same time, he's going to have a running back. He's going to have some defensive lineman he's going to send to the league and some receiver that you never heard of. Like, somehow they find a way to get it done. I think they got the same recruiting blueprint as Arkansas, and somehow we don't get the same players.
Let me see what those actual stats were, because they were stupid.
Crazy.
Let's see, box score. Yeah, so quarterback had 174 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. 22 rushes for 250 yards, 3 touchdowns for Ahmad Hardy, and Marquise Davis had 20 rushes for 113 yards and 1 touchdown.
So they got up on them boys and just said, watch this.
427 total rushing yards.
Just leaned on the defensive line and just.
Now, granted, you're playing Louisiana Lafayette.
This is the thing. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Glad you made this statement. We play, who do we play? Alabama A&M?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see 2 running backs over 100 yards playing Alabama A&M?
Did we have 1 running back over 100 yards?
That's my point exactly. That's
or maybe
all
we had 1 and whatever.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So I'm looking like, yes, I understand the opponent is not the same caliber of talent, but I also look at it and say, when it comes down to maybe the 6th, 7th, 8th game of the season in the SEC play, you need to be able to establish yourself in the run game to control the clock if you have a game and you're already up. So that's just my point on that. Alcorn State, Mississippi State. Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. These are not the same teams that, it's not the same teams.
It makes me, especially the Auburn and not necessarily Auburn.
Yeah.
I had Auburn and Mississippi State as wins for Arkansas. And now you kind of backtrack a little bit. You're like, not so fast.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend. Shout out to Lee Corso. Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like the coach is getting it done. He's found some players. Their quarterback is pretty nice too, sharp. And they find a way to get it done. It reminds me, I ain't gonna say it reminds me in totality, but the what's my man name that passed away? The coach.
Mike.
Mike Leach.
Mike Leach, yeah.
Yeah. It's I won't say it's air raid-ish, but either way it go, these guys are running up and down the field and scoring points on whoever is against them across the field. So they getting it done. I got to look at Mississippi State and give them some consideration going down the schedule, because at some point we got to play them. LSU, Texas, underperforming. I like Tennessee had to fight in that particular game. And then Kentucky. Kentucky did what they're supposed to do, 48-23. Yeah, but when you play SEC team, well, I can't even say that because Arkansas lost the game. But either way it go, it was interesting to see what those guys could do. Tim with a comment on Facebook. I'm actually wondering who Arkansas can beat the rest of the year. It's a great question. Memphis should be a good one. But okay, you moved on. Transplanted Texan, I don't want to see crying on the sideline after adversity. I want to see anger and passion, like Tom Brady used to do, and throw clipboards and headsets. Tim said, I'm actually okay for him. Memphis should be a good one, but who in conference can we beat? That's a great question, Tim. And it also depends. We talked about it during the prediction show this particular year and talked about the offense being ahead of the defense to start the season out and saying at some point, these next 2 games, that the defense should be able to make some adjustments, whether it be personnel or it be scheme, and be able to make some type of adjustments to better help the offense when they're on the sideline. I don't know. I don't know if we have it. I don't know if we have the depth on the defensive line to actually get legit pass rush week after week. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that real quick?
I mean, week to week at this point, it's I'm not going to say anybody can beat anybody can beat anybody, depending on who. The defenses, like I said, are trash across the board.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of who can score the most and whose offense can make the fewest mistakes.
Correct.
We didn't see a whole lot of mistakes in yesterday's game. So, or at least turnovers, excessive penalties. Even though it seemed like at some points there were way too many penalties. But at this point, I'm still going to chalk it up to, like, you hope that the wins can be, Auburn and Mississippi State. But at the same time, this could be one. I'm not going to go out and say that we're going to beat an LSU or a Texas A&M, but you almost have to hope for a Tennessee-esque win like last season.
Correct.
So this season could go ho-humming along to it could go 100-0 quick.
Real quick.
And sadly, it's one of those things that I think if Ole Miss had lost last night, that could have been overly detrimental to their season. But with Arkansas, nothing is guaranteed at this point.
And to be honest with you, even talking about Mr. George's comment, Memphis is undefeated right now. I mean, we have no idea who they actually played. It doesn't even matter. But I do know they're confident. And that game is going to be
tomorrow, or Memphis?
Yeah.
11 a.m. on ABC. You don't believe me?
No, I believe you. Well, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, we playing in Memphis.
Yeah, it's at the Liberty Bowl, whatever.
Where Arkansas used to play in it.
Where a stadium that's still under construction, yeah.
We play in Memphis.
Yeah.
At Memphis.
Hey, I mean, OU played at Temple yesterday.
But they blew them out. I don't know if you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we're going to blow these boys out. Like, this is going to be an interesting game. I still think we're going to have to do pedal to the floor type action just to get this game under wraps so we can try to see KJ Jackson as the backup quarterback getting the game. I do want to get into these comments real quick. See, Jay, the other profile. Thank you, Jay. They have got to get the defense figured out. If not, it will be a very long season. Now, Jay, I'm be honest with you. You know who's supposed to be on the defensive line, don't you? Don't you, Jay? We're gonna leave it where it's at, Jay. But 2 letters. It is what it is. All right. Who else? Memphis is probably extremely confident after watching our defense, as I would too. If I was in the video room showing clips of the opponent we're about to play next, I would be excited. Just looking at the opportunities, saw a lot of busted plays, players being wide open, things of that nature. Either way it go, your defense better be ready for Taylor Green and his ability to use his legs to make plays. Lindy. Okay, let me go back to that comment. I'm sorry, Tina. Lindy. So can someone please tell Coach Pittman to show some kind of emotion on the sideline? Yell, stomp, cuss, throw a head, say something. We said this a couple years ago.
Well, everybody was happy last week when he yelled at Scott Fountain.
That's not the same effect. You remember who was that? That was Saban and Muschamp.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same thing. Or Saban and Kiffin.
Any of Saban's coordinators.
There you go. Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't have the same effect. It's Scott Fountain. I mean, I get it. Let me get his comment before I get that. Boom. Yep. Yeah, I totally agree. He shows no emotion and it's irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still doesn't show emotion in press conferences either.
You know what? And we laughed at the coach at LSU. He was like, he banged the table. I mean, but he got his team to respond. Sometimes it takes that. But That's what you call quality leadership. Even though you may not like the individual as the coach, if you can find a way to get your team fired up, man, then that's why you get paid the big bucks to make things happen. Steve, is Cam Ball still on the team? Damn, that's a great question. Now, I like where you skipped over there. Update on the status of running back Taylor Green's hamstring. I did see him get a little gimpy.
Still, I mean, I've sent out a couple texts. I haven't heard anything. Like I said on Hog Talk, I think that I wouldn't trust whatever we were told anyway, just because of how they responded this offseason. I'm trying to play up the whole, y'all didn't know how injured he was last season and what he played through and blah, blah, blah. So it's just one of those, I'm going to assume that Taylor's always going to be ready to go unless we don't see him on the field.
Hey, who asked this question? Let me just respond to you directly. Steve, I'm looking at these statistics. Cam Ball's not even okay. Correction. Cameron Ball, 3 total tackles.
Was that yesterday or total for the season?
That's another great question. That was
because he had 1 against A&M.
Right.
He had 1 against Arkansas State. So for the season, so he had 2 more tackles yesterday. Or was that 4 total for?
That's 4 total.
I mean, this isn't the Cam Ball that we all hyped up in the offseason.
Okay, correction. I'm looking at the very bottom now. So he had 1 against A&M, 1 against Arkansas State, and then 3. So it's a total of 5. 1 more. Okay. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. It's still not impressive. We praised him for being an Arkansas man
I mean, a season like this starting out like I'm not saying he would have been drafted last year, but you're coming back when it was you were flirting with going which way. A season like this can hurt you,
right?
So it's one of those things. May not have been the best choice unless you get your ass in gear from the rest of the season,
right? Hey, I mean, we talked about this last year. I don't know how to throw a headset. Remember using the press conference? I don't.
Well, speaking of that, here we go. This is from yesterday's press conference. First, he was asked about now being 7-18 in 1 possession games.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I mean, I don't know what I do with it. Tell me what to do. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Curious for you, how do you believe that this team will learn from the loss tonight and to hopefully, flip the script moving forward in the next couple of weeks?
I don't know. I mean, they're hurt, which is a good thing. It means something to them, which is a good thing. So when you have that, they'll go back to work and they'll do a good job with that.
That whole I don't know situation. You get paid a lot of money, sir.
You get paid $6 million a year.
There you go. You said it.
And point blank, period. I'm just at what point you don't know. You don't take ownership. You don't take ownership over your coordinators. So at what point will you know? At what point are you going to look at your defensive coordinator and tell him he needs to figure out his defense?
Right.
He needs to figure out his position coaches. Because, I can't really just point the finger at Deke Adams or Wilson or whoever. Right. I just got to look at T-Will.
There you go.
Because the entire defense is trash, and that's yours. We made the decision on Dan Enos when he needed to go. You let Kendall Briles go when he was dicking around with trying to get more money.
Yep.
You and Barry Odom parted ways when we had that trash defense the last season under him. So at what point is it, hey, it's you or me, so it's going to be you? I mean, I'm just, and I'm not saying that I'm calling for T-Will's head.
Right.
But at the same time, it's just kind of like, is it depth? Because we've heard those excuses. Is it talent? Because we've heard we don't have money to get the players. Or is it coaching? Which one is it? Or, I mean, if it's a combination of all 3, then it starts at the top that you made bad decisions as a head coach.
Correct. At some point, this gets old. It's been old for the past 3 seasons. It is what it is. I mean, even something as simple as you don't make KJ slide. I'm just like, why would you not tell him he needs to slide? You have no control over your team. You got to let them drop. You got to let them drop. You got to let these players know that you are that guy and they respect you for your information, your knowledge, and your love for them as players. But at the same time, be ready to run through a brick wall for you because of your style of leadership. At this point, these guys just out here collecting checks, doing what the hell they want to do. And it's only going to end in his detriment with him either retiring prematurely or him being let go by 100-year check. So either way it go, it's not helping the fans who pay lots of money to view and go to these games and buy merch and all this good stuff. So
we already know the money's out there for his buyout. So just go ahead and do it now. I mean, I'm honestly, okay, I'll say this. I've said this before. I'm not for mid-season firings.
I don't know why not.
But I mean, at this point, I look at it like it hurts your recruiting.
Okay, hear me out.
And now you're going to come back and say, "Well, look at our recruiting classes." So
I'm not even saying that. But what I'm saying, I would agree with you partially. But in 2025, going into 2026, with the landscape of college football and knowing that, hey, when you do decide the end of the season to let go of said coach and hire another coach, you're talking about finances to pay him off to not coach. Then digging up money and begging boosters for money to get another coach. Then the people who got the biggest checks, they want who they want. So now you got all this BSing around. Meanwhile, other teams are making decisions, getting who they want in regards to their coach, getting their first pick. And then the guys that you had committed, now they're in limbo. Other coaches are calling them. Mm-hmm. Then you got to think about if you came from a different institution. The players that you're recruiting, are you going to recruit them to come to the new institution? You can't wait to the end of the season is all I'm saying. Plus, you got the playoffs at this point.
Well, plus, too, come October, we'll know you could only have one transfer window in January come October. That'll be voted on in October, and that'll go into effect in January if it's approved. So you'll have one 10-day window. I mean, this morning, the firing started. You had UCLA fired Deshaun Foster. You had Virginia Tech fire Brent Pry. Which he went like 16-24 over however many seasons at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech whiffed on not hiring Shane Beamer after Frank Beamer.
Facts.
Sound
like
UCLA
a situation.
Yeah. UCLA, I feel like I didn't understand why they hired Deshaun Foster, and this is no offense to him whatsoever. Right. I don't think he was ready for a head coaching gig at a D1 level. But at the same time, it's UCLA. Y'all had 200 people in the crowd Friday night. Like, nobody cares about Pac-12 wannabe. I know they're Big Ten, but former Pac-12 football or whatever. But, and the first thing that happened is UCLA had a 4-star recruit decommit.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, that's the chain reaction. But I just look at it like, okay, so Sam Pittman left. In whatever capacity. I mean, you putting Bobby there just because he's been one. You're going to put T-Will there with the suspect defense. Like, you're going to put Scott Fountain there.
So at least they had a number one kick in the nation. That's what we do, though.
Yeah, and we had a number one kicker in the nation, too. That missed 2 field goals yesterday.
Bingo. So. Yeah, it is what it is. Loving these comments. Yeah, loving these comments. Shout out to my brother. I don't know, can never be an answer. Absolutely. It can never be an answer, especially when you're the head guy. People look to your leadership and they look for you to be solution driven in your particular role. So I don't know, should never be an answer. It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know if that's who he really is. Maybe hell, he doesn't know. He looked like he don't know. But that's never should be your answer. Like I've learned in my roles in management, I don't know is not the reasonable answer. If you don't know, you need to ask the proper question to get the solutions, to get the answer that you need. But saying I don't know is unacceptable in any management role. So,
and a lot of times, as a manager, when you ask those questions, you already know the answer.
Correct.
So if you come with a bullshit response, we're going to know it's a bullshit response.
There you go. Call that being rhetorical. Transplant Texan 2026 Arkansas linebacker commit J.J. Bush tweeted about his official visit to LSU last night. Is Arkansas T will start to lose commits due to poor defense showing?
Possibility.
Could be.
Because I think there's a big difference, like between say yesterday's and then Georgia Tennessee. There was no defense in that game too. I mean, both of them had around 500 total yards, but it's a little bit different when you're two ranked teams,
right?
And when you have the names Georgia and Tennessee and whatever.
So you and Ojinga Carr bringing up the point that UCLA and Virginia Tech is already in the market, the coaching market. This is a situation we talked about this previously in regards to coaches. I can't think of the terminology. Poaching players. What they call it? Tampering. Now we're gonna have universities tampering with your offensive defensive coordinator mid-season, just like we had with Kendall Brown. So this is gonna be very interesting. Now it's easy for adults to point the finger at the young people and say they should be doing this and should be doing that, and they shouldn't be transferring, and they shouldn't be getting the money, and they should get the money back. Now we got these coaches making all this money, and they're gonna move whenever the hell they want to and move their kids to another school district in another state. And nobody's going to say anything. But this is a problem as well. But this is what you get when you decide that, hey, we need to start cutting coaches at the middle of the season. So I get it. Tim said there needs to be discipline on whoever makes a bad play. Fans who watch games want to see yelling and screaming to the refs about bad calls. Discipline the players during the game. Show aggression and do your job. Pittman is not the answer. Yeah, we were saying if this happens mid-season, then it could be over with sooner than later. Matt said, I'd rather cut the coach down and start the hiring process sooner than wait till the end to hire. Tim agrees with that. I seen you change hats too, by the way. And you went all the way in being petty. So I appreciate you living up to what your hat says. Transplant Texan, T. Will's defense, is T. Will's defense helping turn Sam Pittman Bridge into a U-turn? Interesting. Tim spinning the block said, but he said put Bobby on the sideline yelling and tell him the Hogs would have won last night. Yeah, this is the thing. Him being in the booth. When I heard that for the first, I was like, why are we doing this? Do this is prime time to be on the spotlight on the sideline. I just remember the Ryan Mallett days. I'm talking about it was some great lip reading going on at the time. He was cussing him the hell out.
I mean, at first I had a problem when they first announced it that he was going to be up in the booth, and then you kind of listen to the commentators and stuff, and that's the first problem I realized is I don't need to listen to announcers,
right?
But then they're just talking about him having the vision of the entire field, him being able to talk to Taylor with up to 15 seconds left,
right?
Change things if he needs to change them, all that. I keep hearing stuff outside. That's why I keep looking at the window and probably have some Jeepers Creepers stuff going on.
Better pull out that.
But now I'm to the point that I'm just kind of like, I want you on the sideline chewing somebody's ass. But at the same time, the offense has done well. Pause. I know.
I love it. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
But no, I mean, but at the same time, the offense has, for the most part, has played well. The offensive line looked decent yesterday. So in reality, I mean, the sole issue right now is on special teams and defense.
This is true. This is very true. Matt with another comment. They missed out on Beamer, talking about Virginia Tech. We missed out on Kiffin. Yeah, because we didn't want to pay a little bit more. We didn't want to pay a little more for Pittman. Not saying Kiffin would have been the greatest ever, but we would have been light years ahead of where we are now. Definitely agree.
I mean, the thing I'll say with Pittman or Kiffin, though, is, I mean, they were one win away from the playoff last season.
Correct. I think they had I think that was Ohio State, had the highest paid.
Yeah. You know, on Hog Talk last week, we had a guy that does Locked On Ole Miss. And, he even talked about, like, they don't have the biggest NIL fund. But Lane Kiffin obviously knows how to work the portal. Yes, they do have boosters that do contribute and do help make some of those deals with individual players and whatnot. Gotcha. But at the same time, he laid out Lane Kiffin and the coaching staff's transfer portal ways, if you will. So, like, right now, portal's not open yet, obviously, whatever. So as the season goes, before the portal's open, they basically make a list of 5 players that are not in the portal, just 5 players from around the country at each position. And then the second the portal opens, if any of those 5 players hit the portal, they're on them.
They recruiting while they playing teams.
Yes, you have their coaching staff that are sitting there watching and getting lists of players that they want. And then if that player hits the portal, they're on them. And then if the player doesn't hit the portal, they cross them off the list.
Gotcha. Which is probably why they got Braxton
and Has, who didn't do anything yesterday, even though he was activated, and Kudus, who finessed Pittman, and
all that good stuff. Look, we keep talking about it. I'm gonna get into these comments, but we actually got to put up the video and start showing the game at some point. Do you want to run the ad real quick?
Yeah, might as well get that one then.
Let's get it. Stay tuned.
Let's step out of the huddle for a second and talk about something just as important as Arkansas football: your home. Our teammates over at Premium Supply are the MVPs of home improvement. They've got all the tools you need to take your next project to the end zone: siding, soffit, columns, windows, doors, vents, decking, the whole lineup. Whether you're building from the ground up or just doing some midfield maintenance, Premium Supply is your Heisman winning quarterback. With locations in Conway, North Little Rock, Russellville, and Jonesboro, there's always a Premium Supply nearby, ready to take you to the championship. So if you're looking for professional products with all-star customer service, take a look at www.premiumsupplyllc.com.
Use promo code HOGHQ for a 5% discount on your next purchase.
Premium Supply, where we treat each of our customers like one of the family.
Shout out to Premium Supply for being a sponsor here on Hog HQ Live as well. Their segment of advertising will be ending soon. They did a year ad run. So once again, if you do business with them and you need any home improvement needs, please make sure to mention Hog HQ at your purchase and make sure to get your discount as you check out. I do want to give a couple quick shout outs real quick. Looking at some of the people who hit the like button and the heart button. That's Tim George. I got Matt in here, Wes, Ashlyn, Garrett, Cody, and Adam Hall.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, I'm on there too. If I can keep scrolling down, because I just hit it on my phone. Also got Patricia Douglas, Lindy, and Tim. Thank you guys for hitting the button. It definitely helps put motion and move the algorithm so other people can see this content. Once again, we said at the beginning of the show, tell a friend and tell a friend. So if you know someone who is into Razorback sports and who likes to be in the know of what's going on, or just talk, banter, and debate, this is the place to do it. I think we got the best show on the TV, or the YouTube, or your phone, or wherever you watch us at, because we're on all the platforms, streaming platforms. All right, boom. You can go ahead and put up that rolling clip, that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, you just
wait. Where'd it get? Hang on, real quick. We got some technical difficulties today. Okay, let's go back. So this is going to start out, and I'll let you roll with it. Beginning of the game. This is basically going to be all the scores and plays and whatnot.
Gotcha. You got hat on the hat on the goal line. Handball got some push, but other than that, the linebackers didn't fill the gap on that. I mean, it's real simple and plain. That's mono right there. Look at Kudus. When Kudus started dancing?
When he went to Mississippi.
There you go. I wonder if he's ever dunked the ball on the sideline. Either way it go.
Speaking of that, though, I'm going to bring this up. I shouldn't have taken off the petty hat. I'll put it back on for this real quick. Hang on.
See, this is how Adam gets that. He is in the moment. So when he does petty activity, he has to have the hat.
I want to know what kind of bullshit it is that that basketball ends up on the field and they don't get a penalty for it.
Right. It's
We're
almost
over here
like
shooting hoops with Lane Kiffin in his arms afterwards.
Right.
And any other time, that would be a delay of game.
Correct.
Something like that, 15 yards, loss of down, something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we're just going to come over here and act like we're in the office shooting hoops on the basketball goal like some of us do on a daily basis. I don't know who does that. Huh?
That's you. That's you.
Yeah, sometimes. Huh?
That's you. That's you.
Yeah, sometimes. But it's just, I mean, one of those things to me. It's juvenile for the ref to be like that.
Dunk the ball. The ref scored a bucket.
Hmm?
No, for real. That's crazy work. But they was at home too, so you know how it goes. Taylor Green, boom. I like that. So once again, and I don't know if you guys noticed this. At some point, I might have to break this down so we know this is the same route every game. This is a post. It's the same route. Different receiver. Last week it was number 6. This week again we went back to Blake, put him in the slot, and let him do his thing.
And I honestly thought I was going to CJ Brown.
This is the thing. He probably thought that too. Either way it goes. I'm glad somebody caught the damn ball and got a touchdown. I wasn't mad about it.
Because
it seems like they have more than one guy in the same area when the ball is in the air, and it's like whoever.
You never know where it's going to come out of Taylor's hand.
Correct.
Because I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it would have got intercepted if it went to him though. He had 2 defenders on him. Yeah, at least he didn't lock in on one guy. He let him make a play, get behind the defenders, and then let the ball go after the fact. Pretty impressive. This is the same play they do every game. This is their bread and butter. But I guarantee you, by the time you see Notre Dame, somebody gonna figure this out. Number 9, you put him on the outside. This time you put him in the slot. It's the same play. Nice pass rush on the edge.
Oh, right here we couldn't tackle.
But who the hell is number 3? Get your ass on the sideline. What is that? What is that? Run that back for me, please. Run it. I looked this play several times because I said, where did he come from? So
first off, let's start with the defensive line here because I got some. Where is it at? I got some. All right.
Whoever's on his left edge, boom, 90. Yeah, boom, he got in him.
But wide open, and then this one simple juke.
Yep.
Burn.
That's an extra pick 20, 25. It's just like number 3, you gave up the fight. You gave up the fight, and you should be pulled from the game after that. Even with a 7-7. Like, you should be pulled out the game because this is something that when you go to film study, coach going to run his play back several times. Omega is the next Traylon Burks on the college level. Because Traylon Burks ain't did shit in the league. Let's just be clear.
He didn't have a team right now. So.
There you go. Unlike Armstrong, Omega Blake has been given the chance to make receiving touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. Yeah, because we know Armstrong led the SEC and only had 1 touchdown. That right there, the effort.
Walked in.
The effort on the edge. Like, what happened to you swarming to the ball? You had one guy, and you gave up once you recognized he had the angle on you, and it was over with. It's just piss poor angles. Sir, now that I look back at that play, your sole responsibility was to check the front side and keep outside contained.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, if he's even, he's leaving. Boom. Right there. Now you're supposed to be on the outside with outside containment, which means your left side of his body should be on the outside of the plate. Basically where that M is on miss, right? So that way, if anything happens, he can turn his guy in. He has a defender right here on the goal line who can fill his spot. But he should be shifted out a little bit to the right in order to take on anything that comes outside and turn it back inside. That's clear lack of discipline and knowing the scheme and effort.
You let the D2 quarterback look
Lane Kiffin's system is it's proven. He has tweaked it over time, and it doesn't matter. It's a plug-and-play system. Whoever he has under center can make plays, and kudos to him for doing that. But like I said, for us not to be able to recognize that, this is what's interesting here, right? They in zone. They in zone right here. So let's see how these guys make this play. And this is the boom. Boop. Nice cut. Nice cut. Mike Washington is real smooth with his cuts and his runs, man. He in the door with it. I love that. I love it. They in zone. They had an opportunity to put a guy in motion, number 17. Number 1 is following him. He's out to play. Now you got guys blocking. Boom. I love that. I love that. He just runs so effortlessly. Like he does. Yeah. They have to find packages to get him the ball more often. I like them getting him involved in running game last week with Braylon Russell. At the same time, he's got to be your running wingo type of player. This right here. Boom. That's man on man. Number 3. Run that back on number 3. Please run that back. Number 3. Once again, if I don't know your name, that means you trash, sir. Number 3 is middle linebacker. You can run it. Just the lack of effort.
16 to Mitchell.
Dog.
Was that Miguel Mitchell?
Who knows? Is piss poor effort.
Well, and look at the top of the screen too. You have somebody coming on this late.
Wait. It's a dude getting in the game. Look at that.
Yeah. Running onto the field as they're snapping the ball. Now, granted,
no. Don't even do it. Don't even give them no granted. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be communicating. Somebody's coming out the game. They should be flagging you in and telling you, hey, you're supposed to be going in. There's no excuse for that. On the goal line, these little things add up week after week. And when you start paying greater opponents, because we haven't played a great opponent yet. Ole Miss has scored points without a great opponent. Russell continues to have fight in the red zone on the goal line. I love how he put his head down. He put his head down and find the end zone. I love that for him. Bounty contains spills. Yeah, better than the Hogs can contain quarterbacks. Flick of the wrist. There's nobody in the front.
Simple. Nobody was there. Like
number 2. Where did he come from?
What?
You gotta keep running it back. I see him in the end zone right now.
I don't even know if he's on camera.
Gotcha. Okay, he hit the top of the screen.
Okay, yeah, he's top of the screen.
So he basically came across the face of all them linebackers. One was blitzing. He ran
he's right there. He's right at the goal line.
Yep.
Nobody picked him up.
So whatever this fake was on the right side to the running back, yeah, that basically, and I can break that down. Boom. Number 5 been running down your throat all game to where as soon as he turns one direction, the whole defense follows him. And now this guy comes right across your face as you blitz.
And then 13 and 3 and 13. No, 30 because 3's on 8. So 13 just forgets this guy. Because he's not even looking at him.
Damn.
They both went to number 8.
Yeah, he doesn't have a clue what's going on right now. And it's a situation, I think I've seen this before. When you have guys like that that make bonehead mistakes, you don't have a guy behind him to replace him. So he stays in the game, a.k.a. number 3.
I think this one was Taylon's touchdown run. Yep, just a fake.
Yep, I like that. Jared Cox, would you rather have Napier or Pittman?
Neither.
Yeah, is that an option? Because neither would be the answer.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
13. See what I'm saying? See, y'all like I'm picking on people. 13 is trash. You in zone. See, you got caught with the fake. He hit you with a double move. But then your over-the-top help came late. They got to communicate. Number 16, Mitchell, again. It's the same players, but you don't have guys behind them with the depth that you say you have. Carmona was being used several times in a power pull to the right side. Yeah. At the same time, it's just ridiculous how this defense is looking. We talked about this. Now this was interesting. Look at this. Double move, he bit, and your guy's late with over the top help. Honestly, number 16, if you know you got the deep half of the field, you should be going for the ball in the air as opposed to trying to hit him after the fact. 13. See what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. Like
I think, is that Kanai Walker, the one that got hurt at the end of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the thing my coach used to tell me. Son, film don't lie, son. Film don't lie. The eye in the sky does not lie. It's you. It's you, sir. Number 13. You got to take a long look at yourself after this week. Because the Memphis boys in Memphis, they're going to be with it. They're going to be with it for sure. Go ahead, keep running. And once again, no
this is the last play.
On
the last sequence. You ready?
Yep, run it.
All right, so this is the play before the fumble. This was the big pass that I was surprised Talon made.
Right. And once again, this is the same play. This is the same play. You're gonna run 10 to 12 yards, make a cut in the middle of the field, boom, and catch it on a dead run, which I love. He threw it while only he could catch it. The receiver did a great job. This shit right here, watch his body language after he gets up. 17. You got nothing on it. You need to get a flag for slapping somebody at this point because you cost. Okay, let me retract my statement before I said, did he cost us the game? Did they cost us the game?
I mean, that was the end of the game, but here's the thing. Missed 2 field goals prior to this.
And we got the number one.
I got...
You did? Let me see if I can do that. Can I do that? It was a thumbs up came on here earlier. This is the thing. When we try to do it, it doesn't work. Yeah. And then it happens. It is what it is. Does Hunter have a team report podcast showing clips? Will someone teach him about fair use? Hey, I have no idea what's going on when it comes to that. But I do look at.
I know what intellectual property is.
Yeah, because
I get in trouble for that.
Yeah, making a shirt, and then you made a shirt that says intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pettiest thing you've done recently.
You think so?
Not ever, but recently. Yeah. But that was dope. Either way it go, looking at that particular situation, it's even when you understand that you can't get in the end zone every single time, it's maximizing the energy and effort to get down the field. So you got to go home with some points. You got to go to the sideline with points. You got to get those field goals. We know you have a true freshman at quarterback. At the same time, you spoke highly of him previously, and we want to continue to see that. Why does it say that the stream is unavailable on YouTube?
Huh?
Gotcha. I'm looking at YouTube. On both of them, it says stream unavailable. Oh, stream suspended for policy violators.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But that's the thing I don't get. It's a thing called fair use.
Right.
So
my wife just texted me. I think they cut y'all off. Like I'm watching it on YouTube right here, and they say it's unavailable. And then this one right here says unavailable.
Are you on HQs?
Yep. Yeah. Either way it go, we'll continue to go.
I do what I want. YouTube and Hunter Yurchek and.
Gotcha. Let me get some of these comments. Hunter Yurchek. Hey, King of Petty. Yeah, small podcasts are getting reported for use of game clips. Yeah, crazy work. Transplant Texan, crazy work. Tim George, Oklahoma State game all over again.